H, where R is the alkyl group, single bond H. As is in the definition of alcohol, I have told you the hydrogen is displaced by the OH group, that meaning hydroxyl group. It's meaning the hydrogen of this alkane is replaced by OH group. So we will getting it here R single bond OH. This is alcohol. Like you can see here, this is the alkane R single bond H. H is replaced by OH group and we are getting R single bond OH. That meaning that is a alcohol group. Same for phenol. That meaning the compounds which are replace hydrogen atom of aromatic hydrocarbons with OH group. They are called phenols. Like if you will see one aromatic hydrocarbon, that is C6H6. This is a benzene. C6H6. This is a benzene. If in the from the benzene one hydrogen is replaced by OH group, then I will be getting here C6H5OH. That is called phenol. Same you can understand in this way also. This is also a benzene ring. The hydrogen that is attached with the benzene ring is replaced by OH group and we are getting the phenol. That is the alcohol and phenol which I have discussed with you. Now I will be discuss the classification of alcohols and phenols. Mostly the monohydric alcohols. Mono meaning one. That meaning the alcohols which contain only single hydroxy group. Again I am speaking the alcohols which contain only single hydroxy group, they are called monohydric alcohols. Like two example I have mentioned in front of you here, CH3OH. That meaning only single OH group is attached here. So that meaning this is a monohydric. Same CH3CH2OH. Here you will check out only single OH group is there. That means this is also a monohydric alcohol. Second, dihydric alcohol. Di meaning two. It's meaning the alcohols which contain two hydroxy group. They are called dihydric alcohol. The example in front of you, that is of glycol. CH2OH single bond CH2OH. You can check out in the glycol molecule, two molecules of two atom of OH hydroxy group is present. That means this is a dihydric alcohol. As it for you, the trihydric alcohol. Tri meaning three. That meaning the alcohols which contain three hydroxy group, they are called trihydroxy group. The example in front of you, glycerol. CH2OH, CHOH, CH2OH. You can check out here three OH group. That means three hydroxy group are present here. That means this is a trihydric alcohol. Then polyhydric alcohol. Poly meaning more than three. That meaning the alcohols which contain more than three hydroxy group, they are called polyhydric alcohol. The example of alditol in front of you, CH2OH single bond CHOH whole 4 single bond CH2OH. Here if you will check out, 6 hydroxy group is present. Like OH, one group is here, CHOH whole 4 group of OH is here, again CH2OH, one OH is here. So 1 or for 5 or 1, 6 OH group is available here. That meaning this is a polyhydric alcohol. Same like alcohol, phenol may also be classified as monohydric, dihydric, trihydric or polyhydric. Like in phenol, only OH group, single OH group is present. That meaning this is a monohydric. Then again, this is a catechol. Catechol, that meaning its IUPAC name is 1,2-benzene diol, 2 hydroxy group is present. That means this is a dihydro. Again I'm giving you the example of dihydric. This is a resorcinol. Now OH group is attached on first number and on third number. So that means this is 1,3-benzene diol. So this is known as resorcinol. This is also 2OH group is present. That means this is also a dihydric. Again, one more example of dihydric I will be discussed with you. This is now O2 OH group is attached with the benzene ring. Both the OH group, they are attached on first position and on fourth position. That is known as quinol. Here also 2OH group is there. That means this is also dihydric. Again, now next for trihydric alcohol, trihydric phenol, meaning that is a 3OH group is attached here. This is a 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2, 4 benzene triol, that is a hydroxyquinol. These are the example of trihydric alcohol phenol. Now I will be discuss with you people about the classification of alcohol. In this, the first topic is compound containing carbon sp3OH bond, that meaning in which the OH group is attached with that carbon with sp3 hybridization. Now, according to this sp3 hybridization, the first part is primary alcohol. Primary alcohol meaning the alcohol which have one or more none, which have one or non-alkyl group on the carbon bonded to OH group. That meaning, if you will check out, this is the carbon. This carbon is bonded with the OH group, and on the same carbon one alkyl group is present. That meaning this is the primary alcohol. Again I am speaking, the carbon which is bonded with the hydroxy group, if it contain one alkyl group or none, that meaning there was no alkyl group, then also that is known as a primary alcohol. The example in front of you, that is a CH3CH2OH. Here you will check out the carbon which is attached with the hydroxy group having one alkyl group, that is a CH3 group. So that meaning this is also a primary alcohol. Second is there now secondary alcohol. That's meaning secondary alcohol meaning which have two alkyl group on the carbon bonded to the OH group. Here you can check out. This is the carbon. This is a bonded with the OH group. On the same carbon, two alkyl group is attached. That meaning this is a secondary alcohol. The example is in front of you. That is a propanol 2. This is the carbon. This is the OH. That means the carbon which is bonded with the OH having two alkyl group. This is one alkyl group. This is second alkyl group. This is a 1, 2, 3. That meaning propanol 2. Same for tertiary alcohol, that meaning which have three alkyl group on the carbon bonded to the OH group. Here this is the carbon which are bonded with the OH group, contain three alkyl group. This is 1, 2, 3. That is known as tertiary alcohol. The example in front of you, the carbon which is bonded with the OH group contain three alkyl group. That is 1, 2, 3. That meaning 2-methyl propanol 2. So these are the classification. That is a classification of primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol. Now I will be talk with you about the allylic alcohol. This is also the type of classification, but in this little bit different part is there. This is also the part of the sp3 hybridization. Now here the hydroxy group is attached to that carbon atom which are just coming after the two double bonded carbon. Like in front of you, this OH group is attached with that carbon which is coming just after the two carbon which is bonded with the double bond. This OH group, this is the carbon. This carbon is coming after the two carbon which are bonded with the double bond. That meaning next to the double bonded one of carbon, if OH group is attached, then we will say this is the allylic alcohol. Example, this is a primary allyl alcohol because there was no alkyl group. Like secondary allyl alcohol, you can check out on the same carbon one alkyl group is attached with OH group is attached. Now tertiary allyl alcohol, the same carbon which is attached with the OH contain two alkyl group. All you can check out here, all these carbon in which the OH group is attached, that is the just next to the double bonded of carbon. Now I will talk about the benzylic alcohol. This is also the part of the sp3 hybridization. In this also the same thing is coming. The OH group is attached to that carbon which is coming just next to the aromatic ring. This is the aromatic ring. OH group is not attached to the directly with the aromatic ring. In this the OH group is attached to the next carbon which is coming to the just after the aromatic ring. Aromatic ring just after the aromatic ring carbon and that OH. This is a primary. In secondary, one alkyl group will be there. In tertiary, two alkyl group will be there. And then the OH will be attached. This is the benzylic alcohol. All these are the type classification on the basis of sp3 hybridization. Now the next classification is there, that is for containing sp2 hybridization. In this sp2 hybridization, the hydroxy group is attached to a carbon-carbon double bond. That meaning the OH group is attached directly to the double bonded of carbon. That is of two types. This is of vinylic alcohol. In this, the OH group attached to a carbon atom of a carbon-carbon double bond. You can check out here. This OH group is attached with this carbon and the carbon attached with the double bond. That meaning this is a vinyl alcohol. Then phenol, these contains OH group attached to a carbon atom of benzene ring. That meaning in this the OH group is attached to that carbon which is attached to the benzene ring. That meaning the OH group is directly attached with the benzene ring. Here this is directly attached with the benzene ring, that is a phenol. Again this is attached with the directly with the benzene ring, this is a cresol. Again with the directly with the benzene ring, both the OH is attached with the benzene ring, that is a catechol. Again this three OH group directly attached with the benzene ring, that is a pyrogallol. That meaning this is the classification on the basis of. Good morning students. This video for class 12 science students. In my previous video I have explained you about the classification of alcohols. Now I will be discussing this video about the methods of preparation of alcohols. The first method is preparation from haloalkanes. That meaning how from the haloalkanes we will make the alcohol. Haloalkanes react with aqueous NaOH or KOH. That meaning aqueous sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide to give us alcohol. Like this is a haloalkane. It reacted with aqueous KOH, either NOH, any one we can take. Potassium and halogen, any halogen it will be here, they will be react to give us potassium halide, and R and OH react to give us alcohol. The example is in front of you. This is a ethyl bromide reacted with potassium hydroxide, that should be the aqueous. Then Br and K react to give us KBr, and CH3, CH2 and OH give us ethyl alcohol. This is a primary alcohol and we are getting here primary haloalkane, and this is a primary alcohol. If this will be the secondary haloalkane, then we are getting the secondary alcohol. The procedure is the same. But if we will take the tertiary haloalkane, then tertiary haloalkane give us alkene due to the hydrohalogenation. Because dehydrohalogenation meaning the removal of water molecule with the halogen. Like this is the tertiary haloalkane, because on the same carbon at which the halogen group is attached, three alkyl group are already attached. So that means this is a tertiary haloalkane. From here K and Br react to give us KBr, and from this position, either this position or either from this position, one hydrogen reacted with OH to give us H2O. So rest of is there CH3, C, CH3 double bond CH2. That meaning that is a alkene. That is why we are saying that tertiary haloalkane give us alkene, whereas primary haloalkane give us alcohol and secondary haloalkane give us the mixture of alcohol and alkene. Now next method is by reduction of aldehyde and ketones. During the reduction process, aldehyde gives primary alcohol, whereas ketone gives secondary alcohol. Like this is a RCHO. We know that CHO group is the aldehyde group. So during the process of reduction in the presence of nickel or platinum or palladium or lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride, any one catalyst we can use, then CHO group is converted into CH2OH group like this. CHO group, this is converted into CH2OH group, and alkyl group is as it is. That meaning aldehyde during the reduction converted into alcohol. The example, this is CH3CHO. The same, any catalyst we can use it. CHO group is converted into CH2OH group and CH3 is as it is. That meaning ethanol is converted into ethanol. Now the ketone RCOR, that is a ketone. During the reduction, same in any catalyst we can use whatever we have taken in the previous condition. Here CO group is here, so this CO group is converted into CHOH group. Like here CHO is converted to CH2OH. One H is removed from here, that is why this is CO. So one H is also removed from here, this will be CH2OH, so this will be CHOH. That meaning ketone is converted into alcohol. So this will be the secondary alcohol, because on the same carbon at which the OH group is attached, two alkyl group is going to attach. The example in front of you, this is a propanone CH3COCH3. This CO group is converted into CHOH group like this, CHOH group, CH3CH3. That meaning propanone is converted into propane 2-ol. This is a ketone and this is a secondary alcohol. The third method is from Grignard reagent. This is a very important method to make the alcohol. Uh, During the Grignard reagent, aldehyde, ketones and ester, they can react with Grignard reagent and give us the alcohol. Aldehyde, ketone or ester, all they contain the carbonyl group. This is CO, this is the carbonyl group. And alkyl magnesium halide, that is known as Grignard reagent. Alkyl magnesium halide, that meaning here O is a more electronegative in the comparison of carbon, so the bond will give the electron to the oxygen and it is getting the negatively charged, and the carbon is getting the positively charged. Same is in alkyl magnesium halide. Alkyl part is a more electronegative, so this will be the negatively charged, and magnesium halide, that will be the positively charged. Now alkyl part will be going to attach on the carbon of that positively charged, and the positively charged of magnesium halide is going to attack on the negatively charged of oxygen. So we are getting here, this is an additional compound. After this additional compound, hydrolysis process is going on in the presence of acid, then MgOHX is replaced, and in the place of this H2O whatever we are using here, this will be HOH. MgOHX, that will be separate, and this H will be attached here. This will be the alcohol like this. Carbon alkyl group whatever we are taking in the Grignard reagent, and the alcohol group is here. So this is the alcohol and this is the hydroxy magnesium halide as a byproduct. The example in front of you, formaldehyde will give us the primary alcohol HCHO. This is a formaldehyde. I'm taking the Grignard reagent. This is a methyl magnesium bromide. Any Grignard reagent you can take it here. If formaldehyde will be there, then this will be give us the primary alcohol. We are taking here methyl magnesium bromide. Same condition is here. O is a more electronegative, so bond will be transfer the electron towards the oxygen. So this will be the negatively charged, and carbon is getting the positively charged. Alkyl part CH3 is a negatively charged, and this will be the positively charged. This negatively charged will be attack on the positively charged carbon, and this positively charged will be attack on the negatively charged oxygen. Then we are getting the additional product. After getting the additional product, again the hydrolysis process is going on, then MgOHBr will be released out, and we are getting here CH3CH2OH in the place of here Mg, and from here OH and Br O and H will be attached here. This will be the OH. We are getting CH3, CH2OH. This is the ethanol, which is a primary alcohol. Now, the other aldehyde except formaldehyde will give us the secondary alcohol. Like the other aldehyde I have taken here, ethanol, CH3CHO. This is also the aldehyde, but that is not formaldehyde. This is the ethanol. This is also going to react with the Grignard reagent. This is methyl magnesium bromide. The same oxygen is a more electronegative, so bond will be give the electron towards the oxygen. This is a negatively charged and carbon is a positively charged. This methyl group is also the positively charged and negatively charged, and this will be the positively charged. This methyl is going to negatively charged is going to attack on the positively charged carbon, and the positively charged will be attack on the negatively charged oxygen. So we are getting the additional product CH3 CH. On this C, this CH3 is going to attack. So this is a CH3. O is already here. MgBr going to attack it here. OMgBr. This is the additional product. Again, the process of hydrolysis, MgOHBr will be released. H2O is split up into HOH. This OH will be reacted with MgOHBr will be separate out and hydrogen is attached here. So this is CH3C CH3HOH. This is a secondary alcohol. As it is, ketone will be give us the tertiary alcohol, because in ketone already two alkyl group is present, CH3COCH3. This is propanone. Propanone. And this is a Grignard reagent, methyl magnesium bromide. Same, oxygen is a more electronegative, so bond will be transferred the electron towards here. Carbon is getting the positively charged. This is the negatively charged and this is the positively charged. Negatively charged will be attack on the positively charged carbon, and the positively charged will be attack on the negatively charged oxygen. So we are getting here CH3. This CH3 is attached on the carbon. So this is CH3. CH3 as it is. O MgBr attached here. O MgBr. Again during the hydrolysis, MgOHBr will be released out and we are getting CH3, 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 COH. This is the tertiary alcohol and this is a magnesium byproduct. The third part is the ester. Ester will give us the mixture of secondary and tertiary alcohol. Secondary alcohol can be prepared by the addition of suitable Grignard reagent to ester of formic acid. That meaning the ester should be of the formic acid. That is the ethyl format. That meaning whenever ester we will take, the ester should be made of one compound of the carboxylic, that should be the formic acid. And this is the methyl magnesium bromide. The same procedure is there. O is a negatively charged, so bond will be transferred the electron there, and this will getting the positively. This is a negatively charged, attack on the positively charged carbon. This positively charged will be attack on the negatively charged oxygen. We are getting the byproduct, additional product. Now in this additional product, MgOC2H5Br, that meaning this part, MgOC2H5Br part will be released out, and we are getting the acetaldehyde CH3CHO. This is the acetaldehyde. This again react with the Grignard reagent, that is a methyl magnesium bromide. On the same procedure, it is going to attack. Same, oxygen is a more electronegative, negatively charged, positively charged, because the bond will be give the electron to the oxygen. Same, methyl is a negatively charged, this will be the positively charged. Positively charged will be attack on the negatively charged oxygen, and the positively charged carbon is attack on the negatively charged methyl group. We are getting the additional product. Same as it is the previous condition, the additional product by the process of hydrolysis converted into the alcohol. This is CH3, CH3, COH, and MgOHBr will be separate out. That is the secondary alcohol. That meaning if I want to get it the secondary alcohol, then the ester should be of the formic acid one. Next, by hydrolysis of ester, that reaction already we read out in class 10th also. Suppose this is the ester RCOOR. Hydrolysis, that meaning it is reacted with alkali, aqueous alkali. Then The alkyl part is going to reacted with OH, give us alcohol, and this will be the sodium salt of carboxylic acid. This is alcohol and this is a sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Example is in front of you. This is the ethyl ethanoate. Ethyl, and this is the ethanoate. Sodium hydroxide, C2H5OH is going to react to give us C2H5OH and the rest of the sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Now the next is the from alkene. By acid catalyze hydration of alkene. That meaning alkenes are passed through concentrated H2SO4 to form alkyl hydrogen sulfate, which upon hydrolysis with boiling water give us alcohol. Like this is the alkene, CH2 double bond, CH2 double bond is present. That means that is alkene. This is the for sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4. I can write this H2SO4 HOSO2OH. Now, one H is going to react with this because bond will be transferred the electron here. This is a negatively charged, this is a positively charged. So H is going to attach it here. This is CH3, CH2, OSO2OH. This will be boiled in the presence of H2O. Then CH3, CH2OH will be separate out because this H2O is again split up into H positive and OH negative. This OH negative will be reacted with this CH3, CH2 give us CH3, CH2OH, and this is H2SO4 that we are getting it separate out. So that meaning from ethene we are getting the ethanol. Now I will be show you the mechanism that already I have discussed with you people in the haloalkane chapter, but again I will telling you the mechanism of this reaction. That is very important mechanism. Maybe you will getting in your board exam. The mechanism of the reaction involves the following steps. First step is their formation of carbocation. Firstly, the water molecule reacted with the hydrogen ion to give us the hydronium ion. This is the hydronium ion. This hydronium ion now reacted with the alkene. That bond will, this is a positively charged, so bond will be neutralized to give its electron to this positively charged. The water molecule is released out. Now hydrogen is getting the positively charged because from this side the electron is released. So bond will be attacked on the positively charged and form the carbocation. That is the carbocation. Now second step is there. This carbocation is reacted with water molecule. Then two lone pair is present on this oxygen atom. This one lone pair will be give the electron to the carbon. So we are getting it here protonated alcohol. Whole OHH will attach it there. This is a protonated alcohol. In third step, the loss of proton. This is the bond will be give the electron to this positively charged oxygen to neutralize it, and the hydrogen ion is released out from here. This hydrogen ion reacted with this H2O to release the H3O positive. Whenever the bond will be give the electron to this positively charged will be neutral, and we are getting here CHOH. That meaning CH3, CH2OH. This is the alcohol. So I hope you will be understand ki how to make the alcohol with the different methods. Good morning, students. Today today this video is for class 12th students, and in this video I will be discuss about the preparation of phenols. Phenol we can prepare with the different methods. The first method by which we can make the phenol, this is from benzene sulfonic acid. The first of all, how to make the benzene sulfonic acid, that I will be show you here. The benzene reacted with oleum. Oleum is the mixture of sulfuric acid and sulfur trioxide. When benzene reacted with oleum, then it will be giving us the benzene sulfonic acid. This benzene sulfonic acid reacted with NaOH. When benzene sulfonic acid reacted with NaOH, then H and OH react to each other, release out H2O, and sodium will be attached here. That meaning we are getting sodium benzene sulfonate. This sodium benzene sulfonate is fused with NaOH at 573 to 623 Kelvin. Then we are getting sodium sulfite, Na2SO3 water molecule, and the main product we are getting, this is a sodium phenoxide. This sodium phenoxide in the presence of acid, that is a HCl, release out NaCl and give us phenol. This is the first method, the preparation of phenol. The second method is, that is from diazonium salt. Diazonium salt, like benzene diazonium chloride. How to make benzene diazonium chloride? That already we have discussed in the previous chapter, haloalkane and haloarine. This benzene diazonium chloride react with hot water, then release out N2, HCl and phenol. That meaning benzene diazonium chloride reacted with hot water to give us phenol. The third method is, that is from chlorobenzene. The preparation of phenol from chlorobenzene, that is known as DOS process also. This DOS process already we have read out in the previous chapter of haloalkane and haloarenes. So when chlorobenzene reacted with sodium hydroxide at 623 Kelvin and 300 atmospheric pressure, then it will be giving us from here Na and Cl react to release out NaCl, and H2O is released. It will be giving us ONA with a benzene ring. This is a sodium phenoxide. This sodium phenoxide reacted with HCl, then Cl and Na release NaCl and give us phenol. This is also known as DOS process. The fourth method is from cumene. Cumene is isopropyl benzene. First of all, we will discuss how to make the cumene. When benzene react with propene in the presence of S3PO4 at 523 Kelvin, then it will be giving us cumene. This cumene reacted with oxygen to give us cumene hydroperoxide. That meaning CH3, CH3, between carbon and hydrogen both the oxygen are attached. Both the oxygen are attached with a single bond. That is why that is a hydroperoxide. That is the peroxide effect. So that meaning this is a cumene hydroperoxide. This cumene hydroperoxide in the acidic medium by the process of hydrolysis give us phenol. From here CH3CO, CH3 is released out and we are getting the phenol. That are the four methods, the preparation of phenol. In my next video I will be tell you, I will be discuss about the physical properties of alcohol and phenol. Thank you. It's about the physical properties of alcohol and phenol. That is physical properties of alcohol and phenol. Physical properties of alcohol and phenol. In this, the first topic I will be discuss, this is the solubility. That meaning the things which are soluble in water. For the solubility, the main point is there, hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding. This hydrogen bonding already we have discussed in class 11th. I will be telling you something related to hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding is a strong bond which is formed between the more electronegative element and the hydrogen. Here the hydrogen bonding, whatever hydrogen bonding is formed in this, that is the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding, that is the lower member of alcohol are highly soluble in water. Lower member of alcohols are highly soluble in water. The first member of alcohol is CH3OH. Second member is CH3CH2OH. Third member is CH3CH2CH2OH. That is highly soluble. Highly soluble. This is also highly soluble. Highly soluble. This is soluble. The point is they are highly soluble. Highly soluble meaning in any proportion they can soluble in water. Now the point is this, again the solubility, why they are soluble in water. Simply they are soluble in water because they are going to form the hydrogen bonding with the water molecule, like CH3OH. This is CH3, this is O, this is H. Suppose this is the water molecule. This is, so this is the electronegative, more electronegative oxygen. This is getting the partially negative charge. This is getting the partially positive charge. Same between here, hydrogen and oxygen. Oxygen is a more electronegative. So this is getting the partially negative charge. This is getting the partially positive charge. So the bond between the more electronegative oxygen and hydrogen, this is the hydrogen bond. Same here, this is the hydrogen of alcohol, this is the oxygen, this is the CH3. So this is also getting the partially positive, this is also partially negative. That meaning this dotted line indicate the hydrogen bond. Due to the presence of this hydrogen bond with the water molecule that is highly soluble in water, this OH group is hydrophilic. This is hydrophilic in nature. Hydrophilic meaning water loving. And this hydrocarbon part, this is hydrophobic. Hydrophobic meaning this is the water repelling, they are water hating. So as the number of alkyl part is going to increase, you can check out here, this is a 1 carbon, that is of 2 carbon hydrocarbon, this is of 3 carbon, as it is of 4 carbon, 5, 6. As the number of carbon part or hydrocarbon part is going to increase, that meaning the hydrophobic part is going to increase, so their solubility is going to decrease. It's meaning the lower member are more soluble or highly soluble. As the number of carbon chain is going to increase, the solubility of alcohol is decrease. Now the second point is here, boiling point. Boiling point. Boiling point, that is also very important. Now what is the meaning of boiling point? The most of the alcohols, they are liquid in state. Alcohols, whatever alcohols are there, they are liquid in state. Now boiling point meaning the temperature which we provide to convert the liquid state into the gaseous state. That meaning we want to convert the liquid, into gas. So whatever temperature we are providing here, that will be known as the boiling point. Suppose this is a one container in which the alcohol is present. Simply this is the CH3OH. The other alcohol is HOCH3. Here you will be see, this is the hydrogen bonding. This is the hydrogen bonding. That meaning if we will be increase the temperature, so that is in liquid form, that is in liquid form, so this will be converted into gas form. So due to the presence of this hydrogen bonding, we need to break the hydrogen bond, so we need the more temperature. That meaning the more temperature needed, the more boiling point is there. As the side chain is going to increase, that meaning this is CH3 CH2OH, then CH3 CH2 CH2OH. That is, so that meaning then the hydrogen bonding that is going to, that meaning if you will see, this is, that is the molar mass is going to increase. That meaning the molar mass, as the molar mass is going to increase, then the boiling point is also increase. That meaning as the number of site, number of chain, or we can say that alkyl group is going to increase, the boiling point is also increase. So boiling point is directly proportional to molecular mass. That is, that meaning as the number of carbon chain is going to increase in the alcohol, the boiling point is also increase. Now I will be talk about the isomeric alcohol. Isomeric alcohol meaning primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol. Simply, the primary alcohols are having more boiling point in the comparison of secondary and tertiary. This is the decreasing order of boiling point, that is a BP, that is a boiling point. How is it possible? Now one example I'm taking here, that is a butanol 1. Butanol 1, that meaning CH3 CH2 CH2 CH2OH. This is a butanol 1. Second is CH3 CH2 CHOH CH3. This is a butanol 2. Third is CH3 COH CH3 CH. Now this is the butanol 1, butanol 1. This is the butanol 2. This is the 2 methyl, 2 methyl propanol 2, propanol 2. Here, that is the primary alcohol. This is the secondary alcohol. This is the tertiary alcohol. So as you will see here, the primary alcohol have more surface area. Here the surface area is going to decrease. As the surface area is going to decrease, then the number of van der Waals forces also decrease. Therefore, the boiling point is also decrease. That meaning in the isomeric alcohol, the primary alcohol have more boiling point in the comparison of secondary and tertiary alcohol due to decrease in their surface area. That are the main physical properties of alcohol. Good morning students. Today's video for class 12th students. In this video I will be discuss regarding the physical properties of phenol. Physical properties of phenol. Like first point is solubility. Solubility. Phenol are sparingly soluble in water. Meaning phenol are sparingly, sparingly meaning very less, sparingly soluble in water. That very simple reason is there, because in a phenol, as you know that the formula of phenol is, this is benzene attached with the OH group, that is a phenol. Or I can write in this way, C6H5OH. Here you can check this C6H5 aryl group. C6H5, this aryl group is too big, therefore it will be cover the polar character of OH. That is why it is very sparingly soluble in water. As in a previous video I have explained you, as the alkyl group is going to increase, the solubility is going to decrease. Same in a phenol, the aryl group, that is a hydrocarbon part, this is more big. So that is why that is less soluble in water. Second is boiling point. Boiling point. The boiling point of phenol is more than hydrocarbon or haloalkanes of corresponding molecular masses. Why it's happened? Because in a phenol, same hydrogen bonding is present, whereas in hydrocarbon or haloalkane there is no hydrogen bonding. Due to the presence of hydrogen bonding, the boiling point of phenol is more than hydrocarbon or haloalkane. Like suppose the formula of phenol, this O single bond H. This is the, again I'm going to show the other formula of other molecule of phenol. This is O single bond H. Simply you can check out. The oxygen is a more electronegative and the hydrogen is a less electronegative. That meaning hydrogen getting the positively charged, oxygen getting a negatively charged. So the force of attraction between them, that is a hydrogen bond. As it is the same, this hydrogen is also from the hydrogen bonding with the other molecule of phenol, like this. This is so due to the presence of that hydrogen bonding, its boiling point is more than haloalkane and hydrocarbons, because in haloalkane or hydrocarbon there is a no hydrogen bonding. Now that is the physical properties of phenol. Now I will be discuss about the chemical properties of alcohol. Chemical properties of alcohol. This is very important. Most of the students are studying only the chemical properties because that is very important. Now, alcohol is a versatile compound. Alcohol is a versatile compound. Why it is a versatile compound? Yeah, how the chemical properties of alcohol will be possible? Very simple. In alcohol, this is the formula R single bond O single bond H. So that meaning for its chemical properties, two things can be possible. One, when the bond between the oxygen and hydrogen is going to split up, that meaning hydrogen is removed from it, then it is possible. Second is when the bond between the oxygen and carbon. I'm talking about the carbon because R is alkyl group. Suppose this is alkyl group CH3 single bond OH. When the bond between the carbon and oxygen will be split up, then the chemical property is possible. So there are two ways for its chemical properties. One, by the splitting of the bond between oxygen and hydrogen, and second, by the splitting of bond between carbon and oxygen. Now when the bond between oxygen and hydrogen will be split up, and when the bond between carbon and oxygen is split up, that is the main point. Now the first point, in which condition when the bond between oxygen and hydrogen is going to split up. Now when this is alcohol is behave as a nucleophile. When alcohol behave as a nucleophile meaning it having a negative charge. Nucleophile meaning it having a negative charge, that meaning nucleus affecting, those are going to attack the nucleus from its side, that meaning a positive charge from its side. So that is why when alcohol is behave as a nucleophile, then the bond between oxygen and hydrogen will be split up. That I will be explain you ki how it is possible, that meaning the mechanism I will be explain you. And when the alcohol is behave as a electrophile meaning it is having a positive charge, it is having a positive charge, then it is the bond between the carbon and oxygen is going to split up. Now the first condition I will be discuss is splitting of the bond between oxygen and hydrogen. Now the alcohol is R single bond O single bond H. Here you can check out the oxygen having 6 valence electron. two electrons though are bonded, but the four electrons, those are the lone pair. They are not bonded. They are free. That meaning this is the main site here. This is the main site here. It is having the extra electron on it. That meaning this is behave as a nucleophile here. So when any electrophile is attacking on it, electrophile meaning those are getting the positively charged. So the better electrophile, if I will be use it here, that is a carbocation. As we know that on the carbocation, positive charge is present. Suppose this is a carbocation. See, this is a positive charge. That is anything can be attached with these single bonds. Now, what will be happen here? This carbocation having the positively charged, and that is a extra electron, or we can say that the lone pair. So oxygen will be give the electron to this carbocation. As it will be give the electron to this carbocation, then it is going to attach with oxygen. This is oxygen. This is single bond C. That is the other compound. Single bond H. Oxygen has given the electron. That's meaning it is getting a positive charge. It is getting a positive charge. Now, the due to the presence of this positive charge, oxygen is a more electronegative, so it will be take both the electrons from the hydrogen. So this bond will be give the electron to this oxygen, that will be neutral, and the main compound will form. This is R single bond O, single bond C, single bond, single bond, single bond, and plus H positive. So that meaning in this condition, when the alcohol is behave as a nucleophile, then the bond between oxygen and hydrogen is going to split up, and we are getting a hydrogen ion. That meaning alcohol is giving a hydrogen ion, so it behave as a weak acid also. Weak acid. The compound which will be give us the hydrogen ion, that is called acid. So same, the alcohol is giving the hydrogen ion, so it is a weak acid. So again I am explaining the same thing. When alcohol is behave as a nucleophile, then the bond between the oxygen and hydrogen is going to split up. On that time, any electrophile is going to attack. Electrophile meaning any carbocation I can take which having an extra positive charge. This is on that time the oxygen whatever lone pair is present, this will be give the electron to this positively charged carbon. So this carbon is attached with this. Now due to this positive charge, the bond will be give the electron to the oxygen, because the oxygen is a more electronegative. So this hydrogen ion is going to split up. That meaning the bond between oxygen and hydrogen is going to split up. This is the first way of the chemical properties of alcohol. The example I will be discussed with you later. Now the second point is here, on which condition the bond between the carbon and OH is going to split up. Carbon and oxygen, this is CH3OH. That meaning on which condition the bond between carbon and hydrogen is going to split up. When the alcohol is behave as electrophile, alcohol is behave as electrophile, then the bond between carbon and oxygen is going to split up. How is it possible? Like suppose I have R CH2OH. Now we know that the oxygen is a more electronegative, so this will be getting a positively charged. Before doing this reaction, we have to convert them into the protonated alcohol, because I want to break this bond, and OH is a very poor leaving group, so it will be not leave as it is. So first of all, it should be converted into protonated alcohol. How it will be possible? It will convert into protonated alcohol. It will be reacted with hydrogen ion. That meaning the hydrogen ion that we are getting from the acid, on that time oxygen is a more electronegative. The bond electrons are free here, so this will be give the electron to this positively charged, and we are getting R CH2 OH2. Oxygen has given the electron to this, so this is the positively charged. So this is protonated alcohol. Protonated alcohol. Now it's very easy to split up the bond between carbon and oxygen, because this is getting the positively charged. Oxygen is a more electronegative, so the bond between carbon and oxygen can be split up easily. How it will be split up? When any nucleophile are CH2 OH2 positive, any nucleophile, suppose I have taken a nucleophile here, bromide ion, suppose nucleophile we knows which having a extra electron, so this is extra electron. Now this is the positively charged carbon, this is a positively charged carbon. This nucleophile will be attack on this positively charged carbon, positively charged carbon, and the bond between carbon and oxygen is going to split up, because oxygen is getting the positively charged and oxygen is more electronegative than carbon. So the bond will be give the electron to this oxygen, and this H2O is going to split up from here, and we are getting R single bond CH2, and this Br will be attached here, and plus H2O is released out. That meaning in this condition you can check out the bond between carbon and oxygen is going to split up. So this is the second way of the reaction. I hope you have understand the example. I will be discuss with you later in my next video. Thank you.
Good morning students. Today's video for class 12th students. Today in this video I will be discuss the chemical properties of alcohol, which involving the cleavage of oxygen hydrogen bond. That meaning the type of chemical reactions of alcohol in which the cleavage of oxygen hydrogen bond is there. That meaning the bond between the hydrogen and oxygen is split up. The first example I will be discuss, this is the reaction with active metals. This will be indicate its acidic character also. Ki alcohols are weakly acidic. First of all, I will be show you in the simple way. Suppose I have alcohol. So alcohol will be ROH. This is the alcohol. I know that ki oxygen is a more electronegative. So the bond which are present between the hydrogen and oxygen, both the electrons are transferred towards the oxygen. So this will be the partially electronegative, and this will be released out as a H positive, and this is Ro negative. This is a alkoxide ion. Its meaning I can say that ki alcohols have the tendency to release hydrogen ion, which show that ki alcohols are weakly acidic. Alcohols are weakly acidic. In class 10th already we read out ki when acid react with metal, then they will be give us salt and release hydrogen gas simply. So here also the same thing we read out ki acid, because alcohols are weakly acidic. So in place of acid I can take alcohol. And active metals, active metals meaning those are very reactive in nature, like sodium. This is, now what will be happen here, the hydrogen ion is released because the electron are transferred towards the oxygen, partially negative, partially positive. So hydrogen ion is released out from here, and hydrogen gas is H2. That meaning I need two hydrogen ion. It is possible only in one condition, when I will be take two molecules of alcohol like this. So two molecules of alcohol meaning I getting here two molecules of Ro negative and H2. Salt meaning this sodium will be attacked here. There are two molecules, so it's having also two molecules. So I'm getting here two Ro Na. This is sodium alkoxide. Sodium alkoxide. The example is in front of you, like this is. Suppose in place of alcohol I have taken ethanol and this is a sodium. So 2H ion will be released out from here. This 2 hydrogen ion will be converted into hydrogen gas and sodium will be attached here. So this is sodium ethoxide. Sodium ethoxide. So that meaning alcohols are released the hydrogen ion, that is why they are acidic in nature. Now, alcohols act as Bronsted acid. Bronsted acid meaning those have the tendency to donate a proton. Donate a proton. Now we know that here alcohols have the tendency to donate a proton because they are release the hydrogen ion. That meaning they are release the proton. So it's meaning alcohols are be used as a Bronsted acid. Like this is the alcohol ROH and this is a base. Base negatively charged. They have a electron pair. Now the oxygen is a more electronegative, so the electron that are present here that will be transferred toward the oxygen and hydrogen is getting the positively charged and this is a partially negative charge. So this negative charge will be attract this hydrogen, positively charged hydrogen, so they will form Hb. This is the Hb and we are getting alkoxide ion. This is the acid and alkoxide ion, they are donate the hydrogen ion. That meaning the part that are formed by donating the hydrogen ion or proton, that is a conjugated base and this is a base, so this is a conjugated acid. Already we have discussed in class 11th. Now the next thing is this is, suppose this is a base because that is getting a negatively charged. Alkoxide ion is a base because this is getting a negatively charged, so we can say that this is a conjugated base. Water is a acid. Water is a acid. Now the bond between the hydrogen and oxygen is split up because oxygen is a more electronegative, so this will be getting the both the electron towards its side, so this is a partially positive, partially negatively charged and that is getting a partially positive charge. So this negatively charged attract towards the to this positively charged and again this base is getting converted into alcohol, so that is a conjugated acid because this is going to accept the electron, accept the proton and this OH ion is a conjugated base. Now I will be discuss about the comparison of acidic strength of different types of alcohol. Different types of alcohol meaning primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol. That meaning 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree. 1 degree meaning this is a primary alcohol. Primary alcohol. 2 degree meaning this is the secondary alcohol. 3 degree meaning this is the tertiary alcohol. Now primary alcohol meaning which having one alkyl group. Suppose this is the carbon at which OH is attached. On the same carbon one alkyl group is present, so that meaning this is a primary alcohol. Secondary alcohol meaning at that carbon which attached with the OH group contain two alkyl group, like this. One alkyl group is this, second alkyl group is this. This is with hydrogen. And tertiary alkyl meaning which attach with the three alkyl group, that meaning in which three alkyl group are attached with that carbon which are attached with the alcohol. This is a primary alcohol, this is a secondary alcohol, this is a tertiary alcohol. Now we know that the bond between oxygen and hydrogen, bond between oxygen and hydrogen, oxygen is a more electronegative, so it is getting attract the electron pair, so it is getting the partially negative charge and it is getting the partially positive charge. Now, this alkyl group, as we know that that is a electron releasing group. So it will be release the electron towards the oxygen. That meaning positive inductive effect it will show. Due to this positive inductive effect, or due to the releasing electron releasing group, the electron density towards this oxygen is increased. As the electron density increase toward this oxygen, so oxygen will be hold the hydrogen, that meaning it will be not lose the hydrogen easily. Now, in secondary alcohol, two alkyl group is there. That meaning two electron releasing group are attached here. These two electron releasing group, they will be increase more electron density towards this oxygen. So it will be hold it more tightly in the comparison of primary. In the tertiary group, three alkyl group are there. So they will be more increase the electron density towards the oxygen. They will be hold the hydrogen more tightly. So they will be not lose the hydrogen easily. In the primary, secondary and tertiary, primary will be lose the hydrogen because only one alkyl group is available here. In secondary 2, in tertiary 3, due to as the alkyl group are increase, the tendency to release the hydrogen decrease, that meaning acidic character decrease. So we can say that primary alcohols are more acidic than secondary and tertiary. This is the decreasing order of acidic strength. Now that is the talk about the acidic strength of different types of alcohols. Now I will be discuss the acidic strength of alcohols and water. Now acidic strength of alcohol and water. Alcohol is ROH. This is alcohol. One alkyl group is available here. So it will be release the electron towards the oxygen. So oxygen is getting the negatively charged because the bond between oxygen and hydrogen is break. This is getting the partially positive charge. But as the alkyl group will be release the electron density towards the oxygen increase. So now this oxygen will be hold this positively charged. It will not lose this hydrogen ion easily. But in water molecule, both the sides hydrogen is present. That meaning there is a no alkyl group. So the oxygen and hydrogen, because oxygen is a more electronegative, so the bond electron will be transferred towards the oxygen. So the bond will be break easily and it will release the hydrogen easily. So the compound which will release the hydrogen easily, that is the more acidic. Its meaning water is more acidic than alcohol. Reason is clear, because in alcohol one alkyl group is present. Due to this alkyl group, the electron density towards the oxygen increase, so it will be not lose the hydrogen ion easily. Whereas in water there is a no alkyl group, so easily it can lose the hydrogen ion, or we can say that water is more acidic than alcohol. This is the first characteristics. Now I will be discuss the second characteristics, that is the esterification. That meaning the reaction with carboxylic acid. We read out in class 10th, whenever a carboxylic acid react with alcohol, they will be give us ester. The same thing is available here. I have a carboxylic acid. Suppose the carboxylic acid is R single bond C double bond O single bond OH. This is a carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid plus alcohol is I can write H O R dash. HOR dash. From here, the hydrogen from the alcohol and the OH, that meaning from in a acid, the bond is split up between carbon and oxygen. So this bond is split up. And in alcohol, the bond is split up between oxygen and hydrogen. So they are going to form water. That should be in the presence of acid like H2SO4. That should be concentrated. So what is left here? This is R single bond C, double bond O, single bond O, single bond R dash. That is the ester plus H2O. The example if you want to see, that is, suppose in the presence R CH3 CH2, single bond C, double bond O, single bond OH, and this is H single bond O, single bond CH2, single bond CH3. This is a propanoic acid, and this is the ethanol. Now the bond between the carbon and oxygen is split up, and the bond between oxygen and hydrogen is split up. So what they will get? Sorry, the bond between the carbon and oxygen is split up. This is bond between oxygen and hydrogen split up. This is, that is from H2O in the presence of concentrated H2SO4, and whatever thing we are getting, this is CH3 CH2 C double bond O, single bond O, single bond CH2 CH3. That is the ester plus water molecule. So whenever a carboxylic acid react with alcohol in the presence of concentrated H2SO4, then we are getting a ester. This reaction is also known as esterification reaction because here ester is formed. As it is the same, if any acid salt, like I am having CH3COCl, this is reacted with alcohol, this is HOR dash, that is acetyl chloride. Acetyl chloride reaction with acetyl chloride. So the bond between this is going to split up. Then what I am getting here? This is the H, this is the Cl, react to give us HCl, and we are getting here CH3 C double bond O, single bond O, single bond R dash. In place of R dash, any alkyl group you can take, plus HCl. This reaction is a reversible reaction. But if I will be added it here pyridine, then this will be the irreversible. In place of acetyl chloride, suppose I have taken acetic anhydride, this is, if you will see here, this is the acetic anhydride, CH3 C double bond O, O C double bond O, CH3, meaning you can say this is CH3CO whole twice O. This is the acetic anhydride. It is reacted with ethyl alcohol, CH3CH2OH. The bond between oxygen and hydrogen split up, and here the bond between carbon and oxygen is split up. That is split up, and this will be formed CH3COOH, CH3COOH, and this is ethanoic acid, and this is CH3 C double bond O, CH2 CH3. This is the ester. So that meaning the reaction with acetyl chloride or acid anhydride also will give us ester. So these are the chemical properties, a chemical reaction of alcohol with a different compounds. Now the second part of this, that in which we have to study about the cleavage of carbon oxygen bond. That meaning the type of chemical reactions in which the bond is split up between carbon and oxygen, that I will be discuss in my next video. Thank you.